Welcome back, fourth grade. Now we're going to review partial products. We are going to solve to find a product using partial products. Now, as we do this, I also want you to keep every step that we're doing in the back of your mind for when we do standard algorithm. The process is actually very similar. Partial product is multi-step in writing, and the standard algorithm is very similar, except it's going to be one step, and it's going to be a little bit more of mental math, and we'll get to that when we do standard algorithm. Now, partial products, we've done this in class. This is a review. We're going to multiply by a 3-digit and 1-digit, and then here we're going to multiply by another multi-digit number, this time a 4-digit by a 1-digit number. The first thing we're going to look at 987 times 6. We're going to look at this multiplication problem. Now, with this, when we say partial products, we're actually using the same thought process as we are in the area model. We are looking at the value of each digit. So I'm going to look at the 9, the 8, and the 7. Now, when we multiply and we have a problem written like this, we usually start with the right side. However, if we started with the largest side, we do have the property called commutative property, which would tell me that, and we also have the associative property, so I could actually switch that around for commutative. And associative, I can actually switch these numbers around, and I'm still going to get the same product. So, just sharing all of that as a review, let's look at actually solving a multiplication problem using the partial products. So the first thing we're going to look at is 7 times 6. The reason I'm looking at the 7, it is in the ones place. The value of that 7 is 7. Now, if you need to decompose this number using this expanded form, somewhere you can just write it so it would help you multiply. 9, the value is 900 because it's in the hundreds. The value of 8, is 80 because it's in the tens place. Sorry about that. And the value of the 7 is just 7 because it's in the ones place. You can do that. You do not have to do that because you're actually going to do it over here to the side. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to look at the value of the 7, and I'm going to multiply it first. 7 times 6 is 42. Okay? Then I'm going to look at the value of the 8, which is 80. I'm going to multiply it times 6. Now I have 1 0 there. I can bring it down, or I can say 0 times 6 is 0. And 8 times 6 is 48. Now, make sure you align your numbers. It looks like that I have not set this up with enough space to do so, but I'm going to try my best. Then I'm going to look at the digit 9. The value of that 9 is 900. And I've got to multiply it by 6 as well. I see that I have 2 zeros here. I can actually bring them down in my product, which is just like saying 0 times 6 is 0. 0 times 6 is 0. Then I'm going to multiply my non-zero digit numbers, which are 9 and 6. 9 times 6 is 54. So that product is 5,400. And I'm going to add each of these. I'm going to add 2, 0 and 0, which is 2, everything in my ones place. I'm going to add everything in my tens place, which I have a 4 for 40 and an 8 for 80, and a 0. If I add that, I get 12 if you're just looking at 4 plus 8, knowing mentally that it's really 40 and 80. So, which is 12. I write my 2, carry my 1. I circle that 1 so I know that I've got to add it. I don't want to forget it. And then I will add 1, 4, and 4, which is 9. Place my comma, and I have nothing to add to 5. So I bring the 5 down. My product for 987 times 6 is 5,922. Now let's look at the next problem. We have 2,468. We're actually doing the same thing here. We're going to decompose the number 2,468 into expanded form. You can either write it on your problem above your multiplication sentence, or you can just do it down here like we did there. So let's look at it. I'm going to first look at my 8. The value is 8 because it's in the ones place, and I'm going to write it right here. So that would be 8 times 3 is 24. Then I'm going to look at the value of the 6, which is 60. I'm going to multiply it times 3. I have 1 0. I can bring that in my product. 6 times 3 is 180. Or 18, I'm sorry. 6 times 3 is 18. You bring it over, and that product is 180. Then you're going to look at the value of the 4, which is 400 because it's in the hundreds place. I'm going to multiply it times 3. I have 2 zeros here. I'm going to bring them here. 4 times 3 is 12, so I'm going to write my 12 there, which makes the product 1,200. I'm going to go ahead and add my comma. Then I'm going to look at the last digit. It is a 2. It's in the thousands place, so the value is 2,000, and I'm going to multiply it times 3. Have zeros, 3 zeros in that factor. I can go ahead and bring them in my product. 2 times 3 is 6. So that product is 6,000. And then I'm going to add each of these products together to get my final product. I'm going to start in my ones place. When I add all those, I get 4. In my tens, I have 2, 8, and 0. So 8 and 10. I'm sorry, 8 and 2 is 10. Getting ahead of myself there. Write my 0, carry my 1. I have in my hundreds a 1, and a 2, and a 0. If I add that 1 and 2 together, I get 4. I can go ahead and bring it down. Place my comma. And then I can add what's in my thousands place, which is 1 and 6. That equals 7. So my product here for 2,468 times 3 is 7,404.